News Central now continues in southern Africa. Rescue teams in Zimbabwe are continuing the search for survivors 3 days after a disused gold mine in the country's Chegetu district collapsed, killing at least 10 illegal miners. Around 42 artisanal miners were believed to be working underground at the Bay Horse mine in Chegetu when it caved in on them on Friday. It was reported that 21 of them have been rescued, while another 10 are believed to be trapped in the rubble. The mine, which is located in Zimbabwe's Mashonaland West province, sits 62 miles west of Zimbabwean capital Harare. The miners had gone into the mine, said it to be about 150 meters deep, using undesignated entry points. Now joining me on the news to discuss this further is the ruling party Zanu-PF Director for Information and Publicity, Farai Marapira. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
All right, this is a rather very sad event. And of course, let me start by asking, is there any update to the number of casualties different from what the Vice President mentioned on Saturday?
I think with the time now and the number of days since the accident has happened, with mining, chances become less of those that are still trapped of being alive. But we continue to hope for the best. There have been challenges in that as they've been trying to excavate and reach to where the trapped miners are, the mine is continuing to collapse. There was a challenge that there was unprofessional engineering that was occurring at the mine. And this has led to this accident. And we are hoping to find them alive. But, in mining, the more days that go before people are retrieved, the less the chances of them having survived. But we just continue to hope for the best.
It was reported that the collapse happened at a disused German-owned mine that had not been properly sealed off, allowing unofficial artisanal miners to find their way in to search for any deposits, left over. Now, what is the government doing to combat illegal gold mining, particularly in the country?
As government, we've been trying to, instead of clamping down on mining, we've been trying to regularize our small to medium scale miners to be compatible with the safety requirements, with the legal requirements. All legal requirements are required for mining. Zimbabwe's got some of the easiest laws for anyone to acquire a mine, be it a gold mine, a copper mine, a silver mine. We have one of the cheapest rates for our citizens. So we've done this so that we encourage more and more of our citizens to connect to the economy and to do this in a legal manner. Of course, we still have scenarios like this where non-compliance with the law occurs and then these accidents occur. But by and large, these policies have led to our small scale and medium scale miners producing more than 60% of our annual gold production, and more and more by the day, they're becoming more and more professional. And it's unfortunate that it's not yet at 100%, but we are moving towards that. And despite these sad incidents like this one.
Now, can you, just give us an idea of what the rates look like? You said the rates are very pretty, pocket friendly to, of course, accommodate, small scale miners. Can you give us an idea of what the rates look like? And also a follow up to that, how do you balance it with quality and safety, at the same time?
We have what we call the Environmental Management Authority, EMA. This operates under the Ministry of Environment. EMA is responsible for compliance and with protecting of the natural vegetation so that mining is done in an environmentally friendly manner. Then we've got the Ministry of Mines. It's got its own engineers. These do periodic visits to sites and encourage and train all miners on how to do proper mining. So if you're to look at it, every mine should have a mine manager who has trained in having a blasting license and knows how to operate safe blasting and safe maintenance of mines underground. So this is a prerequisite for any mine there can be no mining, and there can be no mine manager unless he has got the requisite knowledge on how mining should be operated. So you find that an accident like this is because this was a rare case of illegal mining that was occurring, and there was no technical know-how. The pillars that should be holding up the mine, sometimes they'll be rich with gold, and they'll be hitting these pillars, and this leads to the eventual collapse, like what has happened. I'm not saying this is the event that has occurred, but this is some of the reasons that have caused some of this collapse of mines.
Now, I mean, just, before I let you go, is there any form of arrangement by the government for the family of the deceased?
Yes, government will definitely assist the families of the deceased. We've got a very robust social protection policy. We're going to definitely look into catering for the families of the deceased, and even the repatriation of the deceased bodies to wherever the families might want to bury them. That is something that we do routinely as government. Every time we've got a crisis, the government steps in and assists our citizens. But
Farai,
this
okay.
is sorry, if I may just add that this is a very unfortunate and rare incidence of a mining collapse and a mining accident. Mining in itself, by its nature, it's a very, very dangerous industry. Even as professional as one can be, there's always accidents. And this is unfortunate that this accident could have been avoided, but we'll keep on working on regularizing our citizens so that they do this, because owning a gold mine is less than 1,000 in Zimbabwe, $1,000. So we keep on encouraging our citizens to adhere to the legal dictates through which one can be a legally registered miner. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your time. Farai Marapira, of course, Director for Information and Publicity, Zanu-PF. Thank you once again for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.